Hi everyone, this is Niki Rowland and today I have a layout for Bella Blvd. I'm using the really cute new To the Moon collection. This is my first time using it and I adore the colours and I adore all of the space themed things and all the patterns are just fantastic. So I'm not going for a space layout today, I'm going for a daddy and son layout. It's Father's Day coming up, so we are celebrating Father's Day here at Bella Blvd. So we are focusing on male layouts or masculine or Father's Day or anything kind of like that. So I have this adorable photo of my husband and my 2-year-old and they're both laughing. It's a really, really adorable photo, but it's terrible quality because of the being inside on a dull day and a front camera because it's a selfie. So I've made it black and white and shrunk it down and it doesn't look too bad. So I thought I'd go for a star theme today. I was instantly drawn to this paper. I love a bit of colour blocking. It really does, really does appeal to me. So I was instantly drawn to this paper and my initial thought would be immediately to cut it all up, distress the edges, stick it all back together. But I decided to not do this. I decided to pull out my Besties paper and to pull out the colours that are in this paper. And my star punches. And I thought, I have actually made a layout similar to this a couple of years ago on a similar paper, slightly different and girly themed, but I did use stars and the same technique that I'm using today, which is the punches. So I must admit to drawing on inspiration from a layout I have made previously, but the second I saw this paper, I was just like, that is what I really want to do. And once I have an idea like that in my head, I can't do anything else except do that. So that's what I've gone for. So what I've done is I've pulled out my star punches. I have a whole variety of star punches. I love stars. They are my favourite, one of my favourite shapes to use as close second to hearts. Actually, maybe stars are first, not sure. Definitely on a par. So I'm just punching lots of stars out of the same colours from the Besties paper. So I've got the graph, line and dot papers, and I've pulled out those 4 colours you can see there. So the grey, the orange, the navy and the blue, which I think official names are Oyster, Orange, Blueberry and Ice. I will have to double check that. But normally I have the papers to hand, but I've been so efficient and put them all away already that I now can't see them. Anyway, I have punched those stars using my star punch. Now I have a variety of star punches. So I have one big one, that black one that's to the side there. It's really, really old, but I love it because it's a pointed star, whereas can you see the 2 white punches are more rounded points. So I pulled those out initially, and then I remembered that I had some smaller star punches that are a more recent purchase, so those pink ones, and they're in 3 different sizes. So I initially started off with the orange, and I punched several of the big stars, and then I started to punch out the rounded stars, but in the end I discarded all of those and only used the pointed ones. So yeah, so I just wanted to make sure that I had them all looking kind of uniform. Okay, so I've skipped forward a bit now because I didn't want you to sit and watch me stick on a million stars, and there does feel like there was a million of them. So I have multiple different sizes, and the other thing I have is a border punch. Again, really old, and I've had it in my stash for years and years, and it basically punches out star confetti. So I punched out some of those, and some of them are really super tiny. So you can see here how I have built up the stars. They're colour on colour. I cut some apart like into 2 pieces so that I had some like half a star in grey and half a star in blue, so that they went across the joins in the paper as well. I just really like the look of that, so I went for that. I've layered some stars on top of each other. Most of them are stuck on foam pads and raised up. All the tiny ones, of course, are not, because I would have been here literally until next week, maybe, sticking all those down with foam pads, plus I don't have foam pads small enough. I've got a very busy looking layout right now. You can see that there's a lot going on. I was kind of aiming for a very tight cluster of stars around the middle and for them to get looser as they get towards the edges, kind of like a starburst effect. I wanted to start off with the big stars in the middle, but actually that didn't just, and then get smaller as they went out. So that didn't quite work. So it looked better to have bigger stars dotted around randomly, and then the small stars then fill in the gaps in between. It has worked really well. I'm really happy with how it's looking. I'm now going through the collection trying to find some bits that will work with this layout. So I'm looking for puffy stickers, which I've got a few there. Of course, I'm pretty much just sticking to stars. This layout is so busy, I don't need much else on here. But I did want a title. I love the word boy off of the To the Moon chipboard sheet. So I'm going for the title Boy Bond, because they really do have the most wonderful bond. It's really very, very lovely. Yeah, Boy Bond is my title. So I'm going to use the Aria alphabet stickers in the same colour, so that will be on the orange panel. I'm now adding some enamel dots. I've got the Cooper collection enamel dots that I'm using here, but a lot of the colours are the same. And then I'm putting the black ones actually in the navy section, the blueberry section. I've got a couple of arrows. One is from the chipboard sheet, one is from the stickers. I've got the little banner that says "So Cute" in orange. That's currently off the layout, but will get added again. So my title meant I had to move that. And then I've got the word play in the blue colour, the ice colour. Nothing in the oyster, but just wanted a few bits and pieces dotted around the layout without being overwhelming, because like I said, there's already a lot going on. Now, I did have a look at the ephemera, but a lot of the ephemera pieces had multiple colours in, and I was really keen to colour block. So I'm going to save most of those for another day, and I'll definitely be making some space-themed, alien, rocket-themed layouts, because my boy is obsessed with rockets. He absolutely loves rockets. So I have a few photos that might work for that. So I'm now just adding my Boy Bond title with the Aria puffy alphabet stickers. I'm a bit worried about all the layers. I'm worried it doesn't show up that well, but I'm just going to go with it, because if I was to put like a black title on the orange section, I think that wouldn't look quite right. So I'm just sorry about my head. I'm going to leave it as it is. And yes, it's hard to read from far away, but up close it's absolutely fine. I've got lots of layers, so I'm going to add some extra adhesive behind my alphabet stickers so I don't lose them later on, because I've got different levels as well with the stars being raised on foam pads. Just adding some journaling in a silver pen. It's about a strange name that my son calls my husband. It's really odd. I won't go into details, but it's really, really odd. And the story is, where did that come from? What happened to the word daddy? I don't know. He was used to say it. Now I am using this black Liquitex paint shaker. It's not actually officially a shaker. It's it's called an acrylic marker, but I've got it in a very large wedge size. I have one in white as well. Lots of people ask me about it. I got them originally from, I got the idea originally from the lovely Lisa Fonseca. So total credit goes to her, but they are awesome. So I have one in black and one in white. This is the first time I've used the black one, and I've just shaken the paint all over the layout there. So I have these black areas all over. So there we go. That is me done. It was a pretty quick layout, actually. The longest amount of time was sticking on the stars, of course. Yeah, I love it. I really love this collection. So make sure you check that out. Thank you so much for joining me today. That was Niki Rowland for Bella Blvd.